I am Dr. Surajit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Signs, symptoms and uses of Homeo-Remedy Aconite. Full name Aconitum napellus. Common name Monkshood. Source Ranunculaceae, Vegetable Kingdom. Therapeutics. Any acute disease such as apoplexy, asthma, chickenpox, bronchitis, pneumonia, cholera, convulsion, epilepsy, croup, cough, diarrhea, dysentery, dropsy, female genital affections, fever, headache, heart affection, urinary problems, etc. etc. Actually, the general term is any acute disease that comes suddenly like a storm. In every case, aconite may be a great medicine. Sphere of action, it predominantly acts on cerebro-spinal nervous system, brain, serous mucous membrane, blood, cardio-vascular systems, etc. Constitution, being an acute remedy, constitution is not an issue here. Temperament, sanguine temperament. Miasm, Shora in the backdrop. This is the plant picture of the plant aconite, and this is a medicine, remedy specimen. Generalities of aconite, including mental and physical. You know, in homeopathy, the symptoms are divided first in generalities, then particulars. The generality relates to the person, and in generality there are two parts: mental general, physical general. These are most important thing to identify a particular patient, and most important for selection of the homeopathic remedy. Generalities. Aconite is mostly employed in acute diseases, seldom in subacute and very seldom in chronic diseases. Mind this important point. It is a king of acute diseases. Disease appears suddenly and violently, reigns for a while and passed over suddenly. Dry, cold wind from north or west or sudden suppression of sweat from cold wind are the causative factors of diseases. Fever, cough, cold, tonsillitis, sinusitis, anything may come after this catching of cold. Subjects suffer from anxiety, nervousness, restlessness and fright, fear to go outside, to go in the crowd, to cross road or railway line. Great anxiety, agonizing fear and restlessness accompanying every ailment, however trivial it may be. In fear, they scream, moan, gnaw the pits, bite nails, want to die. Generalities of aconite continuing. Think they are going to die surely. Sometimes even forecast the day and time of death. Fear of death of pregnant ladies. Perform work fast. Restless, change position of standing, sitting, lying very often. Start from least cause. Start means actually startling. Cannot tolerate least pain. Act like madcaps in pain. Mostly at night. Tearing, piercing pain. Affected parts burn, tingle, become numb. They cannot tolerate music. Tend to weep. This is an important symptom of aconite. This symptom is there are many 4 other medicines also. Medicine is intolerable to them. They tend to weep. Rising up from recumbent position, red face becomes pale, suffer from vertigo, often faint, do not want to stand again, vision lost often, plunging to unconsciousness, that is fainting. Children often cry out in fear and catch hold of genitalia. This is a very peculiar symptom. Children, say age of 1 year or 10 months, cry out in fear and catch the genitalia. Shock after operative surgery or serious injury. Another very important symptom to cover the clinical bedside medicine. After surgery, the patient goes to shock. After serious injury, patient goes to shock. Aconite is the medicine. Generally continuing, aconite is a great pain remedy of the trios. Aconite, chamomilla, coffea. There are great pioneers of homeopathy who suggested some trios of medicine. The one suggested trios of medicine in case of pain is aconite, chamomilla and coffea. Unquenchable thirst for large quantities of water. Face red and pale alternates. Expression anxious, frightened. Sensation of swelling or growing in face, other parts. Sensation of swelling, growing of face, other parts. Sensation of swelling of the organ. Peculiar symptoms. On rising, the red face becomes pale and subjects tend to faint. This is symptom already mentioned previously. Paralysis from dry cold doing, causticum is there also. Gastrointestinal disturbances from exposure to very hot weather. External soreness, numbness, internal heaviness. Aggravation from in evening, night, cold, dry wind, fright, all external impressions, music, tobacco. Amelioration from getting uncovered and in open air and repose. Genetics continuing. Amenorrhea of robust teenage girl after struck by fright. Note the symptom. Amenorrhea, that is cessation of menses. Menses was running, sudden cessation. What happened? He was struck by fright. To prevent amenorrhea, Aconite 201 dose is sufficient. This time you give 200 Aconite 1 dose, the thing will again start. I mean, the menses will again start. Trouble worsen when touch. From touch, pressure, sound, light. Fast remedy, also belladonna, for the initial phase of all congestive inflammatory diseases. All congestive inflammatory diseases like cough, cold, bronchitis, pneumonia, orchitis, cystitis, gastritis, conjunctivitis, pharyngitis, laryngitis, all types of itis, inflammation. Initial phase, if there is this restlessness, this anxiety, fear, and this very turmoil in the total system, then aconite is the medicine. The great Dr. Hahnemann warned one and all against the indiscriminate use of aconite to alleviate fever with remarks that aconite must not be used just to lower temperature in fever. There are a great many number of patients who use aconite blindly, as the allopathy doctor are using it, and the medicine that is called paracetamol for all types of disease condition. The aconite to lower the fever, aconite is a great medicine, but Dr. Hahnemann warned us you should not use it. As in all cases of other remedies, aconite should be used on totality of symptom. That is, that totality, that fearfulness, that anxiety, that listlessness, restlessness, fear. If this is there, then you give in fever aconite also, the fever will be controlled. Otherwise, just to minimize the temperature, if you use aconite, it will be very, very wrong use. Especially when mental symptoms of the patient match with that of aconite. Mental symptoms means those three symptoms. Aconite for head symptom, heavy. Head heavy, hot, bursting, burning, undulating sensation within, as if a hot band around. Cracking in head, pulsation in forehead, violent squeezing and bursting in forehead or eyes, headache with polyuria. Polyuria means enough copious urination. Vertigo worse when movement of body or head, sensation as if hair were pulled on stood on end, as if hair stood on end. Aconite for eye symptoms, feel dry, hot, as if sand in them. That's in the eyes. Lids swollen, hard, red, shooting pain, eyeballs, conjunctivitis from cinders or other foreign bodies, aversion for light, photophobia. This is the photophobia. Aconite for ear symptom, very sensitive to noise, music unbearable, sensation of a drop of water in ear. Aconite for nose symptoms, numb with epistaxis, smelling, power, acutely sensitive, pain at the root of nose, nose dry, stopped up, runs, hot, scanty, watery discharge. Aconite for face symptoms, anxious expression becomes red and pale alternately, hot, red cheeks become deathly pale on rising and become dizzy, one cheek red, another pale, cold, neuralgia with restlessness, tingling, numbness, lips black, dry, peeling off, while face feels heavy. Aconite for a mouth symptom. Toothache in healthy teeth. Healthy teeth, there is no trouble in teeth, yes, toothache. Throbbing in teeth, grinding of teeth, gums hot, inflamed, mouth and tongue numb. Everything tastes bitter except water, which has bad taste. Trembling of tongue with temporary stammering, chewing of motion and lower jaw. Of this, epistaxis, mind this symptom numb with epistaxis. Epistaxis means actually bleeding from the nose. And this is a symptom of trigeminal neuralgia. This is a very, very, very acute pain. Very acute trigeminal neuralgia. It's called also suicide disease. In ancient time, a lot of persons used to commit suicide due to this pain. It's very severe pain. Facial pain. There are the nerve involved is trigeminal. Then disease has got other name also, prosopalgia, tic douloureux, as if also suicide disease. Aconite for throat symptom: red, hot, dry, constricted, chokes on swallowing, tonsils swollen and dry. Aconite for stomach symptoms: vomiting with profuse sweat, fear, heat, polyuria, profuse urination, intense bursting thirst, craving for beer, acid, bitter drinks which agree, projectile vomiting of bilious and bloody matter. This is called projectile vomiting. The vomit suddenly comes and it goes without any control out of the mouth. Projectile vomiting, bilious, bile content and bloody matter. Pressure in stomach as dyspnea, nausea, sweating before and after loose stool. Aconite for abdomen symptom: sensitive to touch, colic, no position relieves, hot, distended, jaundice of newborn, neonatal jaundice after fright, jaundice after fright also. Stools of pure blood, slimy, grass green, white, worse when days hot, nights are cold, autumn, springtime. Dysentery or watery diarrhea in children in hot days. They cry, they are restless, sleepless, itching and sticking in anus. Aconite for urinary symptom: urine scanty, red, hot, painful. Retention or purpration of urine in newborn due to cold exposure or with handling of genitals. The newborn, the urine has stopped and he is just handling his genital. This symptom, there is some trouble. Give aconite, it will be relieved automatically. Agonizing dysuria, cystitis, urethral chill. Aconite for male genital: orchitis, testicle feels swollen, hard. This also is orchitis. This symptom of orchitis. Aconite for female genital symptom: suppression of menses from fright, cold in plethoric patient. From cold or fright, sometimes menses is suppressed. In that case, aconite is the medicine. After pains with fear. After pains means pain after delivery of child. In case of ladies with fear and restlessness, milk fever. When there is accumulation of milk in the mammy after childbirth, there is a fever. Sometimes fever comes, that is called milk fever. And in that milk fever, there is delirium. The patient used to talk unconsciously. Hyperlactation, too much of milk formation. Maniacal fury on appearance of menses. During menses, mania. Active uterine hemorrhage, ovaritis from sudden checked menses, vagina hot, dry, sensitive. Aconite for neck and back symptoms: bruised pain between the shoulders, and at sacrum region. This is the sacrum region. Pain in back prevents taking deep inspiration. Patient cannot take deep inspiration because pain increases in the back. Aconite for respiratory symptoms: pneumonia, oppression of chest when moving fast or ascending. Lung feels hot, blood comes up on hawking, stitches in chest, pleurisy, tingling in chest after coughing. Pleurisy is actually accumulation of fluid in the pleural sac. Hoarse, dry, croupy, painful cough, short, barking, ringing or whistling cough, worse at night. From each inspiration, after drinks, grasp the throat to get relief. Cough better lying on back. Laryngitis, croup with fever. Laryngitis, this is larynx, this picture of larynx. Inflammation of larynx, that is, the patient cannot speak or talk properly. He tend to whisper and talk in a very low voice because there is pain in the voice box or larynx. Aconite for heart symptom: feel swollen carditis, palpitation with anxiety, fainting and tingling of fingers, pain down from left arm, pain moves from left shoulders, worse on sitting erect. So possibly you know that affection of left arm, left shoulder, etc. Denotes that some problem is there in heart. Pain moves from left shoulder, worse on sitting erect. Tachycardia. Tachycardia means pulse rate increasing, pulse fast, bounding, shaking, forcible and tumultuous, or wary, or reverse. Wary means thin. Subjects very irritable. That is, some heart trouble is also covered by aconite, provided that symptom will be there. That symptom means that anxiety, fear, restlessness, fear of death. This symptom must be there. In that case, may it be heart symptom, the aconite will work. Aconite for skin symptoms: hot, dry, as if ice water on it, miliary eruptions, itching better after taking stimulants. Aconite for sleep symptoms. Nightmares, sleeplessness, restlessness, tossing about in bed from fear of anxiety, insomnia of the aged. Aconite for fever symptoms. Chill passes in waves. Chill, that is cold sensation, passes in waves. Chill or coldness alternates with heat and dry burning heat, high temperature, drenching sweat yet like to be uncovered. Complementary, coffea, sulfur. Related, belladonna, chamomilla. With this, aconite, the description of aconite rather, ends here. If you got anything to say, please write down in the comment section. I would certainly respond. Thanks for listening and viewing.